This is Skylar Wicked Van, my new project, the beginning of it, the mech. This is the one I always wanted to do. Yeah, we did this one first. This is the start of it. This is Lizzie Dragon, this little project here. I don't know if you know the other videos, but this one is a dragon that actually walks. We started making that into a mech. We had a seat on it and everything, but it doesn't resonate very good because it's so small. We got this working good, remote and everything. So on to the next project. We upgraded it. This is the start of the new mech. It's going to be probably about 3 or 4 times the size bigger than the other one. I started this from scratch. You work pretty much from the inside out. You use your seat. You start with your seat and you start building around it. As you can see, I got springs in here. These are garage door springs. I had each spring I cut into 4, and I use it for garage door springs. Right now it's just suspended by the roof, but it's going to have legs on it. But the reason I have the springs on it here is because when that thing walks around, it's really, really bouncy. And I'll show you what these things do. The springs. Okay. So when you're in the mech and it starts moving around, it's cushion now. All that cushion, all that slamming around, and it's going to start walking. So you don't have to worry about it because everything is going to be all cushioned on the thing. This is made from a bunch of different scrap parts. Jazzy scooter, weight bench, all kinds of stuff. My scrap metal. This is my scrap metal piles over here. I have all kinds of scraps over here about things. It's going to have legs on it. Well, first of all, these are going to be the motors over here. These are only going to be temporary motors to get them working. Old scrap motors that I have. It's going to have 2 motors, one for each side. And on here underneath there are all the coil springs. Those coil springs are going to be for the legs. It's going to have coils on the legs to cushion it a little bit too. So I had to get those from a junkyard. These I had laying around the house and everything. But I have a bunch of other scrap metal to use. But that's pretty much it. There's this is all the stuff here. Tubing here is from a carport, and that's going to be basically most of the body and everything too. These things here are sprockets that I'd ordered for them. Alright, these are the 6 sprockets that are going to go on it. There's going to be sprockets here for the legs that time it, just like those are set up. And that's for that. So far, I only paid about $50 for parts for this, because everything else I had, this was springs themselves, for $50 each. Everything else was scrap pieces. But I bought other parts for it, probably over $400, and bearings and other things like that that I'm going to need to get this thing working. I figure there's about 15 hours in it right now. It's probably going to be estimated about 100 hours of work, if not more. This is only the beginning of it. Okay.